Gentlemen, it's
What
been
up?
a rough weekend to say the least.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes, it has.
I first, Isaiah, how was your vacation?
It was great, man. Shout out to my wife getting on my ass and basically making me improve my vision. So you guys will see the
Hey,
debut of the glasses going
hey, way to
forward.
go, wife. Round of applause,
Hey,
baby. Round of applause for the
Round of
hey,
wife.
I have to
applause
go
for
get
Way to
mine
wifey.
take care of
checked
the
next year.
mothballs.
So yeah, I got to
Um,
go get mine checked next year. So
with that, I also, as a man, my pride got the best of me, and I was like, Corpus Christi is like 8 hours away. No, no. I was 9.5 hours away from where we went to, the part of the island that we went to, which was Mustang Island. We went to a resort called Lively Beach. Literally had access straight to the beach. Wee! It was sandy as fuck. I'm dark. If y'all can't, I don't even have the
you've been
lights
dark.
on.
Stop
And
it.
and hold on, let me turn the light on so y'all can see.
You
Your
crispy?
boy is getting.
You was closer to
I'm
the
getting.
equator. It
Yeah, I'm
fried
getting
your
crisp.
motherfucking ass.
I'm getting crisp, my guys. I'm dark. Like that's
You look the same to me.
look, even the
I'm not
orange
gonna
got a
comment.
little
Do
sun.
you have a
I'm
farmer tan?
no, man, I let it hang out whenever we got there. Pause. I let the guns out. What little guns I have left. Made sure that
Or you should have shaved the face so we could see the tan lines.
Oh
good
yeah,
God,
bro. Your shit would be
no,
high
no, bro.
yellow right there.
No,
Oh yeah.
no. She looked at me right as we were getting ready to leave and the lights were on. She was like, "You're dark as fuck." I was like, "Well, thank you. I've
Sit my
just been striving
jeans.
for I've just been striving for this my whole life. I just want to be dark."
Well, fellas, let's go ahead. Isaiah, obviously you was on vacation. You can follow as best as possible. We'll go
Yes,
ahead, Cameron. I know
I'm
you're
pulling
itching to get
stats.
off that
Mm,
Jaguars 1-1
yeah,
because for a while y'all were leading. Y'all knocked Joe Burrow the
yeah.
fuck out of the game with the toe injury. What's on your mind after that L?
Okay, two things. Main things. Number one, it really sucks to lead a whole game on the road, and I would consider that an environment that was pretty tough. That crowd showed up. They were loud. You execute flawless pretty much the whole game, aside from a couple of fucking typical Trevor Lawrence blunders. But even with that being said, you take a lead into halftime. You've turned the ball over two times, should have been three times. You still take a lead in the halftime and find a way to lose in the fourth quarter pisses me off to a backup quarterback. So second year in a row that we've started a year decent, got into a game, took out a starting quarterback, a good starting quarterback, and then let a backup absolutely shred us to pieces. And people around me wonder, and I want to say I touched on this the first week or the first podcast we did. I was very pro Travis Hunter primary defense, package offense.
Yes.
That is exactly fucking why. I am so tired of watching quarterbacks tear Jacksonville secondary to pieces. It pisses me off. How do you? Never mind. I'm not even gonna go. I saw the same goddamn route to Jamar Chase like 8 times in the third quarter.
Yeah.
A stupid flat route, or an inside mini slant, like a heartbreaking slant.
Yep.
Well,
Like, dude,
it
come up
seems
and jam his ass on the line,
seems like
and
it
give
worked a
your
lot.
It
defensive
did.
your defensive line was getting to the quarterback if he had to hold the ball more than a second. Why are we not jamming the receivers on the line? I know it's Jamar Chase and it's T. Higgins. I know we got beat by T. Higgins a couple of times, but I will live with that if it means you're giving your defensive line a chance to eat. I don't understand. That's number one. Number two, I saw a lot of things in today's game that just kind of swung me away from the Trevor Lawrence being the franchise guy. Number one, there was a point in the game, I want to say it was first half, or maybe it was the end of the first quarter. Liam Cohen's trying to get him to get up on the ball to try and maybe get an offside call or to get another play in before the quarter break. And Trevor Lawrence is coming up and he's being lackadaisical, nonchalant, getting to the line. And Liam Cohen's on the sideline freaking out. And there's videos all over Twitter about it. He's over on the sidelines freaking out, trying to get Trevor Lawrence to, speed it up. And Trevor Lawrence just waved him off. Yeah, just waves him off. He's just like, shut up.
That
You
mellow
can't
way.
do that.
Don't need you.
Yeah, bro, you can't do that. You can't be the franchise guy and wave off the head coach. You can't stand him up or you can't show him up like that. Especially when Liam Cohen's offense so far to this point, 2 weeks in and a preseason, has made Jacksonville look like a competent offensive team. Far different from last year.
Travis
So,
Etienne is
brother,
rejuvenated.
He
the
looks like
only
a running
thing
back. He looks like a
the
RB1 right now.
the only thing that I don't understand is why we can't figure out how to get Brian Thomas the ball. He's the best player on the fucking team.
Yeah, that's
I don't
killing me in
understand,
fantasy right now.
and that seemed like it is on my other team as well. It seemed like at the beginning of the game he was going to be the feature, like I told you last week.
Yeah,
And they went to him three targets. He had 2 catches for like 35 yards first
yep.
drive. Never looked at him again until the fourth quarter. I'm like, what are we doing? And
Well,
then
and I
De'Ami
feel
Brown
like
dropping that absolute dot from Trevor Lawrence in the fourth to give us a touchdown lead. He drops it in the corner of the end zone, goes right through his hands. Then we kick a field goal, give up a touchdown to lose the game. Just poor execution. The major red flag to me, and it's been like this since I think Doug Marrone was the head coach. Jacksonville's lack of discipline is a super red flag. We get penalized so many unnecessary penalties, and that is backbreaking to teams. You have great execution, you have good game plans, but you constantly shoot yourself in the foot with turnovers and penalties. That's what beat us today. I think on one drive alone, nearing halftime, we got 4 illegal motions and a false start. And Trevor Lawrence ran 8 yards past the line of scrimmage and decided to fire a ball at the end zone. I was like, "What the f are you doing?" That was almost as bad as Dan Orlovsky running out of the back of the end zone throwing the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just there was so much that I was like,
Trevor Lawrence carries for 8 yards.
Brother,
oh my God, he threw it,
dude. You just have to see it. It was like, what the? As soon as he did, I was like, oh my God.
I did a lot of driving. I feel like I'm getting caught up on everything. The one thing that I will say though is, did they target him 9 times in the fourth quarter? Because he had 12 targets on the
Who,
game.
Brian Thomas Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Trevor
Good
Lawrence threw him a
Lord.
fucking hospital ball. That's why. That's why Brian Thomas stopped. I don't know that he was necessarily not getting looked at. I think there was some times where Trevor threw him the ball and he gave up on the route because there was one in the second quarter. It was actually Trevor Lawrence's second interception he threw. He was coming in on an in breaking, and there were 2 linebackers coming full speed right at Brian Thomas, and he saw him, and he stopped and just reached his hand out for the ball and went in fetal position.
There it is, right there. Go get it.
If he took another step, he was going to die. And I think that kind of took it out of Brian
Settled
Thomas
him.
for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was just a lot of. I'm not completely giving up on Trevor, but there were some things that you can't throw. You get a touchdown on a flawless opening drive. Your defense goes 3 and out. You cannot throw an interception on 3rd and goal from the 6 in the fucking end zone, bro. Just pocket the ball, take the sack, kick the field goal. I mean, you cannot turn the ball over. You cannot turn the ball over inside the tent, bro. And just that's like rookie ball to me. That's rookie ball. That's something he should be past that by now.
Yes, that's rookie or second
At year
year.
5, yeah.
Yeah.
A guy in your face and you panic and throw a ball and you throw it 5 yards short right to a corner. But those are the things where when people start talking down on Trevor when I'm trying to defend him, those are things that I can't argue. I can't argue against that because that happens year after year after year after year, and it's like, dude. Anyway,
at least the division is still open because as we talk right now, the Colts are down. Danny Dimes is slinging that mug though, bro. But
Tyler Warren is going to be a Titan 1 by the end of the year. Tyler Warren, mark my words.
But
my God,
it's y'all are 1-1. If the Colts win, they'll be 2-0. But if he shanks this, which is very possible, they'll be 1-1. The Texans are 0-1 right now, and then who else is in y'all's division? The Titans, they're 0-2, right?
Titans are 0-2. Yeah. Which I feel so bad for Cam Ward right now.
No, it's been 2 weeks. Chill out. Let him
No. The only reason why I feel bad for him is because it's like that he is actually trying to lead an offense, and everything else around him just is not performing. Like,
Yeah.
what world does Tony Pollard run for 100, almost 100 back-to-back games? Calvin Ridley, six
Sucks.
balls, 57 yards. Yeah, sucks, basically. And their defense is just ass, clearly,
Thank
because
God Jawan Jennings is healthy because this Calvin really just played his way out of my fucking fantasy lineup,
right now.
dude. Yeah, I agree though. I drafted Calvin Ridley because I thought he's the only fucking player that Cam Ward has to throw the ball to. So
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
gonna have
Yeah.
production,
Agreed.
but it just isn't there. Like I don't.
He's just not performing. And then, my team, I hope we fire Mike McDaniel with by week 6.
Hunter Renfro.
It just seems it just seems like
Oh,
he caught a touchdown?
Yeah, that's the second of the
by the
day.
way, I don't know if you guys saw, but Joe Burrow did tear ligaments in his toe, so he's
Did
gonna be out
he?
for a while. Yep,
Ooh,
Ooh,
sick.
turf
IR
toe,
IR
Hey,
season.
I'm not even gonna
IR
turf
say this in
toe
season.
with torn
Cincy.
ligaments. That's what I read on Twitter today. Turf
I
toe with
mean,
torn ligaments.
well, they said toe injury, and they basically put him on a wheelbarrow and wheeled his ass
Bro, like
out.
when they did the slow mo replay and the way he kind of went down, it looked like Aaron Rodgers with his Achilles, like
Yeah.
his foot,
Oh, just
the
kind of
ball of
like
his foot
gave
got
out.
stuck in the turf,
Yep.
and he fell forward and it like overextended, but there wasn't like the pop in the calf
Yeah.
muscle, so I wasn't
Mhm.
sure, but I was like, ooh, that could have been a lot worse than what it ended up being. Uh, what about your Steelers, man? What the fuck? But I thought
Yeah,
Rodgers
yeah,
is
there's a
back,
little
baby.
hope
What,
there. Yeah,
what
yeah.
happened
I
this weekend?
Look,
thought
that's why I tried to get not too hot on Rodgers last week, throwing those
Yeah.
four tutties. The Jets are horrible. The Bills put a whooping on them
light
today.
work.
So
Light
yeah,
work.
they
And
like
Josh Allen did do a damn thing.
yeah, and they made Justin Fields look horrible. Like
Yeah. I think
that's
he got 25 yards
Did
after
he
half.
get benched? Did he
he
get
got hurt.
benched?
He got hit
He got
and
hurt?
sit his
Okay.
ass down. Yeah, but
I just saw that Tyrod was throwing some passes and they
same
threw a touchdown though.
yeah, same kind of deal as you can. Steelers are up 14-7 at half. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by anything the Steelers like they look like the exact same roster as last year.
Mm-hmm.
They can't stop the run. Our offense is up and down. We scored 14 points in the first half. One of those came on an interception that almost went to the crib. We got two first half interceptions, one by Ramsey, one by Nick Herbig that almost cribbed. We got a small short touchdown to DK Metcalf from Aaron Rodgers. And then we scored 3 points in the second half. 3 points in the second half. We were in the red zone. Rodgers found Pat Fryermuth in the back of the end zone. Calvin Austin tries to break off of his route, tips a ball up. Instead of it going right to Fryermuth in the back of the end zone, it gets intercepted. They go score. The ensuing kickoff with a fucking rookie running back in running kickoffs back. They kick the ball to him. It bounces over him. He thinks, like in college, when the ball touches the end zone, if you don't have it, you don't possess it, it's dead. So he runs off the field like the fucking play is over. No. Seattle ran down the field and dove on it. Another touchdown. So we're talking 8 seconds. That's 14 points. And that is the ball game. Then Rodgers threw another interception. The offensive line can't block. We're running soft zone coverages. It's normal Steelers stuff. And it's real evident whenever you see the
Oh my
Jets.
God.
You see the Jets get destroyed today. The Steelers struggled with the Jets. The Bills made light work of them. I think the Steelers like 9-8, 10-7, 9-8. I hope it's worse. I hope. Oh, he
It's
shafted that.
was that the is that the Colts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
that's Mike Vanderjack
Let's
worthy. Oh, they called
go.
a flag.
We're
Uh oh.
still.
Uh oh.
Ah,
Uh oh.
damn it.
But anyways, the Steelers are just. I don't want to overreact because it is just week 2. But if you make Justin Fields look like Lamar Jackson, and then you make Sam Darnold look like Josh Allen, and Jackson Smith and Jigba look like prime Antonio Brown, there's definitely issues on the defense. There's issues on the offensive line. We can barely run the ball. Jalen Warren's our starting running back. And as much as I like Warren, I don't see him as a true
He
RB1.
he's the
Yeah,
scat
he
back.
comes off.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'd say he
he
comes off as a third down guy to me. Change of
I
pace.
mean, he y'all ran the ball 21 times in total for 72 yards.
Yeah.
But then Jalen Warren had 4 catches for 86 yards.
But one of those
Is
came
it,
on like a 60 yarder.
yeah, it's a 65 yarder.
Are,
Yeah, I see that, but you're still like,
are you
how are
do you
they going
think
to use
it's
everybody in the offense? It just,
do you think the Steelers' problem is it personnel or scheme? I mean, you just if
Both.
you just look at
I
their
think, I
roster,
think,
I
I
don't
think it's scheme more than
understand.
personnel.
Me too, because dude, I just
Oh, he
looking at their
drilled that one.
roster, you're like, man, how did they look that bad 2 games in a row defensively?
It's the linebackers. They don't have a true run stuffing linebacker. They have Peyton Wilson and Patrick Queen, who are very fast sideline to sideline, but they don't take on blocks well. Our
Yeah,
nose guard, Keanu Benton, is undersized and he shouldn't be playing nose guard. So he gets washed. Cam Hayward is old. He gets washed. Alex Highsmith is in and out of the lineup. He gets washed. And it's just that. And then like on paper, if this was a Madden team, the team would be fine. But anytime Ramsey got lined up with Jackson Smith and Jigba, as Shaq says, barbecue chicken, baby.
Barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken. Yeah, it was that. So it's the scheme defensively. We need a new defensive coordinator. It's Terrell Austin. He should have been gone. Um, it's just the same thing though. It's the same thing as what it's been. They older quarterback who's past his prime. Offensive line isn't good. And I mean C plus offensive coordinator instead of getting a B plus offensive coordinator like everyone else in the league has, and they're just trying to win off their defense and they can't. And then it's people like I know a lot of Steeler fans have already said like this game isn't on Rodgers, and I don't think it is on Rodgers. But imagining your 41-year-old quarterback having to put the team on his back the
To
first two
will
weeks
your
of the season,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
against
yeah,
two not very good teams, that doesn't. So if I
yeah.
were to gauge them off of this performance, I'd
You
fire
can't
everybody.
you
Fuck.
can't give up 34 or you can't
Is
give up
it
you cannot give up 30 points to a team where their star players are Smith and Jigba, Sam Darnold, and Zach Charbonnet. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
whoa, whoa,
I'm
whoa, the
sorry.
disrespect for Kenneth Walker
yeah,
and
Kenneth
Cooper
Walker too,
Cup.
K9.
Hold on now.
But well,
What
even then, but they
but I don't
gave
feel
up
like
30
K9
points
is
to the Jets.
I don't feel like
That's true.
K9 is K9. I mean, is he not splitting carries with
He is, but
Charbonnet pretty much down the
he
middle?
is, but he. Oh, that
I know,
leads
He
me
I
is
to
the
know.
another
true
point.
one.
The way this leads
He's
me
the
to
true
another
one.
point. This leads me to another point. The last touchdown of the game. This is if I was playing a game, I'd have slammed my controller. We just had a big tackle for loss. Jack Sawyer tackles him for loss, and they run the most. All right, we're going to take a field goal on this play. Just a shotgun toss to the left on the short
Yeah.
side of the field, and Kenneth Walker cribs this shit. Cribs it.
No. Yeah.
I swear. At that point, I was like, "This shit's
Oh
over."
boy, you got mossed.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah,
Are the Chiefs making a
Thornton
little bit
did.
of a comeback? Oh, the Panthers are too. Okay, football. But
Yeah.
yeah.
No, Bryce Young popping off right now. I
I'll
mean,
I just
say
say
he's thrown the ball 51 times, but
I got Tutori or whatever the hell his name is, McMillan on my bench.
Ted
Ted
McMillan.
McMillan.
Yeah, he's going
Yeah.
fucking ham. Pissing me
Yeah,
off.
Yeah.
yeah. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I
the
don't.
Steelers are cheeks. I mean,
What about what about local, man? What do you think of the Cowboys? Are they better? Are they that good? Because they played well against Philly, and then they played really well. Well, defense wasn't
offensively,
great. Trayvon Diggs was getting
Offensively, they look
cooked.
good.
yeah.
Offensively, they
Russ,
look good.
Russie was out there
Russ
I'm
was
just.
slinging, bro. Career
tired.
day.
I'm tired of this. Javonte Williams will be in my starting lineup
I
next
was,
week.
He
Come
should
hell
and
or high water.
I was going to
I'm
offer you
so
a
pissed
trade
off.
because I'm
I'm
tired
so
of seeing him
mad,
on your
bro.
bench.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
should start
mad,
him.
bro. I'm
Start
like,
him.
I'm out
well,
here
okay.
starting freaking Isaiah Pacheco getting 4 points, and I'm watching you leave 20
Have
goddamn
25.
poor on your bench. And I'm like, dude.
Well, look, and I was like, week one, like red zone touches. I don't think it's gonna happen again. And then he did it again. Really, in the receiving game is where he did it this
He
week.
had
Well,
like
no,
a
not
30-yard
receiving
yeah.
rushing
game. No,
touchdown.
he had
Well, then,
like 97 on the ground, and then he had like three
dude,
catches.
there
Like
was a
I don't
run
think he
that when
scored a
I
touchdown.
was watching the game. I think it was their third drive, their field goal drive. It was
Yeah,
like or second and 19 or third and 19, and this man ran through like 6 defenders,
he looked
broke
like
all these
Billingsley out
tackles,
there.
brother. Dude, I was like, okay. This is old Javante Williams. This wasn't last year, Javante. This is like
Well, really, this is like
pre-injury Javante.
college. Yeah, this is like college
Yeah.
Javante
I was
Williams.
like, okay.
Yeah, 97 yards at a touchdown, and then he had 6 catches for 33. I'm tired of this. He's in the lineup next week. You've earned your
Yeah.
spot, and then he's gonna give me 6 next week.
Who's
Can't
your
wait.
other
Yeah,
running
that's the
backs?
thing.
Can't wait. Jalen Warren and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I mean
Which
Josh
he had
Jacobs
good games.
obviously, but yeah, they
I
did actually, but they
Say
didn't have
Jalen
Javante
Warren had
Williams.
like 17.
Yeah,
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like I was like I
yeah,
don't know what to do.
but no, the Cowboys. I think it's what we were talking about a couple weeks ago or last week, where it was like
Hmm.
they they solved a problem by creating another one. They
Yeah.
have
Yes.
no pass rush and
Yes.
they let Russell Wilson get comfortable. We're talking
Dude, I'm
about a
telling you,
Russell
man.
Wilson that they were talking about possibly benching.
450.
Yeah,
You can't
450.
450.
you can't run the ball on him now, but
Yeah.
you can throw it all over the damn yard. So
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
And
Wandale Robinson. Wandale Robinson. Eight
it's
catches,
crazy.
142 yards.
Yeah, it's crazy too because their offense looked solid, but Dak actually struggled early in the game. And then he came alive in the second half and in overtime. But it, I mean,
Yeah.
they've been running the ball. Like Miles Sanders
Yeah.
had a tutty today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And
Crazy.
you know what's crazy?
I
What's
didn't
even crazier is that they ran it that well, and Dak still threw it like 48 times.
Yeah.
Like,
They had to
52.
because Russie
52.
was
I'm looking
slinging.
at it.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, because
There's
Russie
so
was
much offense in
slinging.
that game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
was.
ran for 100 as a team. They ran for 135.
Yeah. Whoa, what the
It's
fuck?
still pretty good.
Why do I see
Yeah, I
Bryce
didn't
Young
even.
still on the field? I'm pretty sure I just watched him get smoked. Was there a flag? There
Had to have been
was.
a flag. Yeah.
Okay, BY.
Defensive holding. I think it was defensive
Oh,
holding.
they're throwing flags all over the field. Anyways, Isaiah, what's up? I mean, I know you didn't get to watch it, but I mean, Dolphins start 0-2. What happened? What's happening?
Hey, bro. Hey, they showed
The
signs of
fact
life though in the
They
first quarter.
did. They
I
did.
was
in
like,
the
Well,
what?
first quarter,
after getting shat on because y'all were behind with like 10-0 or something, and then
Yeah. I
yep.
think it was 13
Tua
shit.
started doing Tua
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, and I think the biggest problem is now is that the execution and the play calling is absolute ass. Um, this is the first time we've lost to the Patriots in like 4 years, 3 or 4 years, I
In
think.
Miami.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Miami.
In
Not
Miami, I
not
think
to, not to,
this is the first time y'all have lost to them since like Antonio
probably
Brown was a
2020.
Patriot. Since Antonio Brown was a Patriot, that one game, that was the last time they beat y'all in Miami.
Gross. I mean, I guess you can argue the fact that we don't know how to cover a running back out of the backfield,
Yeah,
and this
Ramondre
man
was
go
eating y'all up.
pops off, 5 catches, 88 yards, and then nobody else did a thing. It's like, do we not have decent linebackers to cover this man? The fact he caught all 5 of his passes, that's what put them into field goal range. That's what put them in a decent spot to put points on the board. And then every time I look at Tua's stats, he got sacked 5 times. Last week he got sacked, I think, 5 or 6 times. And once again, Tua had another turnover. So, and the fact that we cannot run the ball, bro. We have Achan, and we cannot get this man out in space. Ollie Gordon had to come in and show him how to run the football. Okay, 1 carry, 8 yard. All right, popping,
Let's go,
popping off,
baby.
And then
popping
he
off.
sat him down.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I
Do
don't
you,
know how they're gonna use him.
here,
I don't know what they're gonna do.
here's
He's the
my thing.
perfect in between the tackles back. That's how they need to use him.
Yeah, I think
The
like the
way that they
change of
use
pace.
Mostert, yeah, the way
Yeah,
that they
well, just
use
change the
Mostert,
pace. Like if you want to run between the tackles, use Ollie, and then if you want to get him in space, you can run a pistol because y'all do it, and then just have back both of them in the game just to throw defenses
yeah.
off. But I was gonna say, do
I
you
mean,
think McDaniel is on his way out?
1,000%. I mean, we need a defensive minded coach with the talent that we have on offense, and I think it'll work better because I feel like he does not pay attention to anything defensively, and it will show. Whenever Vic Fangio was the defensive coordinator before we let him walk to Philly and then they win a Super Bowl, we were a top 5 defense. And our offense wasn't playing that good. I mean, we were able to get into the playoffs, but our offense wasn't executing. That's the biggest problem with McDaniel and how he runs the offense is It's very timing predicated. And with Tua, if the timing's not there, or if the defense is like, oh, they're gonna run a slant, let me step back 5 yards in the middle of the field. Tua loses his goddamn mind. He has no idea where to put the football. And so what does he do? He panics, he checks down. We this is a revolving door. We talk about this week after week, year after year. The problem is he has not took that step forward as a quarterback to make those other throws. He will always be down the middle, outsides. Specifically left hand outside. That's the only place that he's putting the ball. It's got to be right across the middle because that's where he's most accurate. He still didn't do bad other than the pick that he threw today, but
He
it's
missed some easy ones. I was clicking back
yeah,
and forth, and he missed some easy throws. Tyreek Hill seems to be over him, so I don't know what that
yeah.
means, but
I mean, Zach texted me like 2 weeks ago and was like, "Hey man, how about getting Tua back?" I was like, Tyreek back. I was like, take him. I was like, they're done. The relationship is over. I would rather have him throw 5 yard outs and curl routes to Jalen Waddle and get this man 95 targets a game because he's I don't know. I'm done
I
with it. If
I
your
just
if your
feel.
running back is getting targeted 10 times a game, there's a problem.
Do
You're
you
not seeing
think
the field
that
right.
do you think that they should they should try? Which I know I saw a report said that no team has called interested in Tyreek. So
Tyreek,
trades may not be. I mean, unless you're willing to give him up for nothing.
which they
But
may have to.
do you think they should target like a big receiver in the draft? Do you think a big receiver for Tua's play style would help him? Like somebody he can throw a jump ball to, like a T Higgins, he can just throw the ball up to.
I look at it historically as that it's never helped him.
So
He
I just don't
likes
remember who he.
faster receivers.
Okay, because I
I'm,
didn't
I'm going
remember who
back to
he had in
college. I'm going back
college.
to
Yeah,
college.
which he
But
had like what
like
Judy and all them,
Yeah,
right?
he had Jerry Judy, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith.
Okay,
yeah, he had a bunch of smaller
Yeah,
guys, but Tua's thing was is timing, quick. Like he tries to
yes,
get the
yeah.
ball out of his hand and stuff. I think the best thing for Tua would honestly be a different style coach because McDaniel
yeah.
has him in that offense where he wants him to do certain things, and it's hard in that system, the Shanahan system, to do things outside of the West Coast style. And I don't really think
Yeah.
Tua is a West Coast quarterback.
No. I don't think he knows what kind of quarterback he is.
He's about to be an unemployed one, but
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you guys have an opportunity, as far as time, if we're good on time, what any takeaways were from college football? I know
yeah.
NFL's going on right now,
Oh,
but
it's over with
I can
now.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, but uh, OU looked solid.
Uh-huh.
As well, like solid enough. I know people are kind of like, oh well, I mean, they should have beaten Temple by 90 points, and it's like, like,
Bro,
they
they
don't
could
have
have.
to.
yeah,
They
They
could
don't
have.
have to,
yeah,
though.
they. I
Yeah.
mean, Blaylock looked
I
good.
really feel like they went up 28-3 and it looked like they went vanilla.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
you're supposed to do. You're winning. Why
yeah.
run it up?
You don't
I
need to
will
show
tell you
much more.
this. I will tell you this, and these are my only takes on the OU game. It was there are some things you can look for and what could be a championship level team. No letdown after the Michigan game. You're between Michigan and Auburn, so that's two games that you circle on the calendar for obvious reasons. There's no
Mm.
letdown, no trap game, none of that. They came out, they were focused, they jumped on them. Cool. Um, uh, listen, I wanna wait and see what they do against some of these SEC offenses, Tennessee, Ole Miss. I think this OU defensive line is the best in the country. Not even close. They whip every O line's ass off the ball. Every snap, they're pushing O lines back 3-4 yards into the backfield.
I
Every
mean, would
fucking
you
play.
say that metric that you measured it by was what Michigan did? I mean, I know it was a lackluster opponent, but the
I
difference of them
think I
running the
think
ball between those two
I
games.
I think Michigan putting it on who I can't is it Central Michigan they played, right?
Central
Yeah,
Michigan, yeah.
I think them putting it on Central Michigan the way they did, 63 points, and made it look easy.
Mhm.
I think that says something. But
About the D line, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
But like I said, OU suffocated Michigan. I mean, Bryce Underwood was absolutely shook. And outside of the 175-yard run, Michigan couldn't push them off the ball. And the only reason they got a hole there was because OU was misaligned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they were misaligned. They broke wrong.
Got caught up in the wash.
Yeah, opened up a hole and he was gone. Outside of that, every fucking snap, OU was. I mean, especially David Stone. Watch out, man. This dude. I wasn't sure because I wasn't that impressed with him last year.
You getting fired up like that?
No, I'm just allergies have been killing me.
I feel that.
Anyways,
take your time. I know it's an emotional
David
thing.
Stone is turning into an absolute menace on the line. I've been watching him just to watch him every time I see Zero on the field. This dude is literally hitting people and throwing them on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, so quick. He hits them and washes them down, and he's in the backfield. I think OU's defensive line is going to make it to where OU is going to have a legitimate shot in every game they play this year, just because of their D line.
Even
because
their
D line is so good,
everywhere because the linebackers are too deep, and then the secondary also being too deep, it helped.
And the thing about the D line is when you have a D line that good, it opens up aggressive opportunities for your secondary.
Yes,
they can ball hawk a little bit. They can jam at the line.
Yes, because teams can't run the ball on you.
And then not only that, it opens you up on offense. Like you're a little more comfortable with John Mateer taking chances, trying to fit windows, throwing the ball across the middle, because like we saw against Temple, he threw a pick in plus territory, and OU pushed him back. Yep. And he did the same thing against Michigan. He threw a pick, OU pushed him back, forced a field goal. Yep. I mean, when you have a defense that's that good, I think it makes your offense a little more dangerous. That's just my opinion.
Well, they can take more chances, like you said.
I want to reserve judgment because we saw this in 2017 with Baker when they went to Ohio State and looked dominant against them. And then when conference play starts, everything changes. So,
yeah, I'll say I agree with that take, but the lifestyle of college football now is different because of the 12-team playoff. Yeah. Because remember, then it was just
you could afford to lose one or two.
Yes. Yeah. So losing then it was deflating almost because you felt like you had to start all the way over just to make noise to get into the playoff. As to where now you lose a game and it's like,
I mean, they were the number 3 team in the nation. We're fine.
The most encouraging thing to me about the OU game was they finally show life in the running back room.
Yes.
In the run game. God dang it.
Minus Jade Knott.
Yeah, well,
he only got like 2 plays.
Yeah, same.
He's paying this man like $3 million to
come be the third string running back.
What did he do to make DeMarco Murray mad?
That's the question we need to ask.
I was gonna say I think Blaylock is a little bit more explosive. Plus, he has track speed, and then Javonte Barnes is trusted as a blocker. So Jay Knott just doesn't. He doesn't separate.
And his Arbuckle's offense is an air raid. So unless they're running the ball, they're going to have a pass blocking back in there. And also Javonte Barnes has shown he can catch. So
yes, and he's
a big dude.
Yeah, I was going to say he started having better runs. I still don't think he should be the starting back, but he started having better runs. And I think later in the game, whenever we're trying to run clock, I think he's perfect running back for it.
I don't understand, and maybe you guys agree with me, maybe you don't. Why the fuck is Xavier Robinson not ever getting any playing time? Because he had some runs last week or against Temple, I'm sorry, that were really good. And he catches the ball really well. And he blocks. I don't understand why. And he was the best running back by far last year.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he is like he barely touches the field.
You got to talk to.
But when he does, he always does something good. So
you got to talk to DeMarco. You got to talk to DeMarco.
Any takeaways from some classics? I was able to actually watch the Georgia-Tennessee game.
That was the next one I was going to say.
I was going to say, I was going to touch on that too.
Because that was a
classic. I would say
it was a good game because I thought I ain't gonna lie. There was a point where I was like, man, Kirby may go bald because they might kick the shit out of him. They may beat Georgia by like 2 touchdowns, and then they kind of settled down. And
I I watched when they were driving down the field to kick that game winning field goal.
I was like, yes. And
That
then
kicker's face. I was like, he's scared to death. He's
Yeah,
gonna
he
miss.
I
was.
was like, he's gonna try.
He was
I'm
so
in the
scared.
hotel. I'm in the hotel telling my wife, I was like, he's gonna trick this. Watch.
Yeah.
He's just his eyes were too glazed over. He was just
Yeah, he was scared to death, man.
He looked like he was
I was,
like 18 or 19 years old too. So
yeah.
yeah.
that moment was way too big for him.
I mean, it sucks because in overtime he made the exact same kick.
Yeah, he drifted.
Yeah.
I mean that sucks for him.
Perfectly
but,
fine.
Yeah.
And then you're
Yeah.
looking at it like, well, they need to stop now, and
Yeah.
then all is forgiven. And they gave up a 23-yard run on the first
You know
play.
what pisses me off about that run? It was the exact same fucking play they ran on OU.
Yep.
That won them the Rose Bowl. It was the exact same play. It was that off tackle on the left side up the sideline.
Yep.
Pisses me off. All I saw was OU. I was like,
Yep.
God dang it.
All you saw
I have a question.
Was that Sony Michelle that ran that one?
Yeah. Is it
Sony Michelle?
Did we were dead? Is it possible we were dead wrong about what would be the guarantee win, or what would seem as a guarantee win on OU schedule between Tennessee and Texas?
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure everybody was marking Tennessee as a dub and Texas
and Texas an L.
We're gonna lose.
Yeah, and
well, you might need
to. That's
not only that.
Tennessee's looking scary to me in Knoxville, man.
I shout out to Vandy really competing.
No shit,
well.
brother,
for real. I think
they did kill Lenore Sellers, but
for real. I think OU could go into Tennessee and make it real hard. Yeah, but if I had to choose a game where it's like you have to choose one or two L's on OU schedule currently, I would say either Tennessee or LSU, one of those two.
Yeah, and Clemson's not for real.
Correct.
That's my first point on my week 2 reaction is I was dead wrong about Clemson, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's my national champion. They are terrible.
I said next year Dabo will be calling defense in Norman.
Dabo.
What is wrong in Clemson, man? Because they literally bring back all of their best players from a year ago.
Wasn't it the NIL thing at first? That's what got them in a lot of trouble.
Well, you would think, but like I said,
not in trouble,
they're
but
bringing
pride got the best of them.
But they brought back almost their whole roster,
and
added the Bryant Westco kid, who's a star, by the way.
I wonder if it was.
Year? I don't know if Klubnik's that good. Then,
I think he was. I think a lot of the I think a lot of the quarterbacks in college got overhyped. People were saying that all of these guys were going to be good and Arch. But I honestly, Clemson, I think it's a little bit of the hangover from what they were with like Trevor and Deshaun Cosby. And everyone just kind of, it's one of those things where it's like, because Florida State hasn't been back.
It's been a 5-year hangover.
Yeah, but I'm honestly, saying because nobody in the ACC has like been back for multiple years, where like Miami was really good last year, but that was kind of the first time they had been really good in a while. Florida State hasn't really been good. So it's like almost a guarantee of like, Clemson should be there at least. Now it's like,
it'll always fall to them.
And I think the ACC is better. I think Florida State's better. I think Miami's better. And then they're scheduling harder games. It's I don't know.
Georgia Tech though. But Georgia Tech back weeks is.
But I won't lie. I thought they would.
Shit.
Yeah, I thought they would beat Georgia Tech. I thought they would lose to like Duke or somebody is like or like Boston College, a team that they should have no business losing to, but they just trick one off.
I guess I just don't understand. Like, I feel bad for their defense because they bring back. I think most people had 4 of their defenders as All-Americans.
Yep,
preseason All-Americans, and I look at their scores, and it's not like their defense is playing bad. But when I'm watching the games, it's like teams jump on them. LSU jumped on them, and Troy jumped on them, and they just, they got lucky and came back against Troy. They couldn't do the same against Georgia Tech, but I feel like every game they played so far, they put themselves in a hole, and their offense just isn't. It just isn't good.
Yeah,
and I feel bad for their defense because I feel like their defense is good, but then they're allowing themselves to get put in a hole. So I don't know.
It's kind of a toss up right now.
ACC, I wasn't very high on Miami. They look pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Florida State looks pretty damn good. And I was a little higher on them than most because I like Castellanos. I liked him at Boston College, but I didn't expect them to be, what they've been after 2 games.
I'll say this about Miami. They've looked really good. I just don't trust Carson Beck. Now, I think they can
Yeah.
get there. I'm saying I think they can get there. I just don't trust them in a, let's say, a playoff situation. But somebody that I actually do feel bad for is DJ Lagway. He had a
Bro,
rough go.
Yeah.
He had a rough go.
I wonder if he's still hurt though, because then he had shoulder surgery last year, right?
I
I
don't
think
know.
he's.
I think so,
I
maybe,
Well,
think
they
he.
but
I
said it
think he
was like
had.
a lingering thing for a long time.
I
I just
wonder
think
if
he
that
was
is
just
affecting.
yes. I
I
think
don't feel.
that. Go
I
ahead. Go
don't
ahead.
feel like it's affecting him that much because
Yeah.
when I was
No.
watching the game last night, I was like, "What the f is this guy doing?" He didn't look like he didn't look like a quarterback that deserved the hype that he got. And I don't think it was because his hit. I don't think it was because he couldn't throw the ball. I just some of his decisions I didn't understand. I felt like he holds. I feel like he holds the ball really long. He does. He's
He
not quick with his
panics.
decision.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm
Yes.
like, I wonder if he's. I wonder if he still has some lingering stuff or confidence issues because of his pain or hurt or whatever. But
Could be.
I don't know. He's definitely not as good as I thought he would be, and as good as
Yeah.
he was towards the end of last year.
I think he also is one of those guys that he's a young kid, but he has a lot of talent, and he just doesn't deal with pressure well because he always has that. Well, I have a rocket arm. It's bailed me out every chance before, so he just thinks late, like you said, and then it's just like, oh, I can still get it there because I have a rocket, and then he just hits a linebacker in the chest.
Shout out to Will Levis. Did the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's who I started
So
saying he looked like was Will Levis because he
Yeah.
has that arm strength. His release is really quick. It's just he doesn't see the field. He panics and he just does some of the dumbest shit ever. Now, not to be outdone, I don't know if y'all seen that interception that Nuss threw.
yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't feel like either
rolling
one of
to
them looked good yesterday.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nuss rolling to his
That was
right
terrible.
and throwing back across and hitting the linebacker right in his chest. I was
He
like,
just
So
and Brian Kelly got in
is
his ass.
yeah.
is South Carolina overrated or is Vanderbilt the
Yes.
real deal?
I think it's a mixture of
Uh,
both. I think Vandy is better than what people thought, but I think that South Carolina was literally just Lenora Sellers, and that was about it.
Yeah.
yep.
See, and
Pretty
I
much.
thought the same thing, and that's what I said on our first podcast when we were talking about the initial rankings. But yeah, I mean, they struggled against Vatek, who just fired their coach because they're so bad, and then they got smashed by Vanderbilt at home in a night game, which is hard to do in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And their only other game was South Carolina State, which they beat 38-10, but it's South Carolina State. I didn't even know that was a college. So, but
Well,
also I know Diego Pavia is. I mean, he was good last year, so I was
yeah.
curious y'all's thoughts on if y'all thought the result of that game was Vanderbilt is better than we thought, or South Carolina is overrated because Vanderbilt was putting it on them before Lenore's went
Yeah,
down
yeah.
anyways. I
They
mean,
were they were
they were
up.
already up 14-7.
Yep, and
Yeah.
he didn't look good
No,
at that point either.
no,
Yeah.
I think Diego's pretty good. I didn't realize he was coming back. I hadn't really been paying attention because it's Vanderbilt. I hadn't really been paying attention, but yeah, no, he's a gamer. He can play some ball now.
Pavia,
Yeah, he can play.
Yeah.
he's nice. How about Oklahoma State looking really bad in the bye week again?
Oh my god.
Yeah, they didn't put up any points this week, and
If they
I mean,
this is my prediction.
enough's
If
enough.
they
I
lose
got
on Friday to Tulsa,
Tulsa
Gundy
gone.
shit will
Mike, get
be
him out.
packed. It will
You
be
y'all
miserable.
saw y'all saw that a lot of their boosters have come together and said no more until they fire him. Like
Good.
Well,
you
he's
start
the entire reason that it has gone
yeah
downhill to the point that it's at. It's like Belichick or like Popovich.
Yes,
You're just
yes,
like,
those
all
are
right.
perfect examples. Mike
They're like
Tomlin.
gatekeeping,
Mike
yeah,
Tomlin.
like
You
gatekeeping the spot,
well,
and
it's
it's
you.
just ruined.
Well, they're just he doesn't want to evolve into what the
Yeah.
game is becoming. He wants to complain about it changing and just saying like, "Well, this isn't
Well, I
what
don't
I."
like it.
Yeah, and it's like that's fine,
yeah.
but if you don't evolve, you're gonna get your shit pushed in, and that's what's happening. Like we
Hmm.
watched him with
I
Spencer
mean,
Exactly.
Sanders be solid, and then now they're ass. Since what 21, they've been pretty
yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
Well, and then it's not just that, but man, you can't. So a lot of people were ready for him to be gone after he came out and talked shit about the fan base last year. And he came out and he apologized and he gave up money. He took a pay cut so they wouldn't fire him. And then, they were terrible. and he fired the whole staff. Brought in this new staff. Actually dipped into the portal and the NIL and all that stuff. And then, coming out this year before the Oregon game and talking shit about, like I said, I don't think he was taking shots at Dan Lanning in Oregon necessarily as much as he was talking to fans and boosters about, y'all need to pay. You cannot keep coming after your fan base and then put a product out there that screams no heart. If you were out there and your kids were playing hard and they're just not as talented, but you can tell they're playing with heart, yeah, like you
That's
can get
like
behind
Kansas
that
a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Iowa State for all those years before Purdy got there.
Yeah.
I mean, they were losing, but they were hitting people and
it was a rough out. Like even if you beat them by like 20, it was a rough 20. It was you got hot late in the game or something.
Yes.
That's what got Kansas a brand new stadium. They tried a lot.
Yeah.
But at Oklahoma State, you got your quarterbacks doing TikToks.
Yeah. And your head coach is talking shit about your fan base. And
whining about not getting
NIL.
Yeah.
54 years old with a mullet. Get real.
Don't talk about the mullet, man. Leave the mullet out of this.
If he would just, I feel like he's at the point to where I think he just wants to be like an analyst, where he wants to talk about the game and just kind of criticize the game. I think he would be perfect in that role.
Wants to be a purist.
Yeah, I think he would be perfect in that role. Him and John Gruden could start a podcast and it'd be fantastic. But I think they got to get him. Actually, you know what? Keep him. Keep him as long as you want to.
You know what I feel like the single biggest problem at Oklahoma State is, besides Gundy? They do not play Oklahoma.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Because how many of those kids that they used to get went there specifically because OU did not recruit them, and that was a chip. And they got a lot of good kids that way. And your whole thing all year is circling that OU game at the end because you didn't get recruited by them. Like, you have something to play for every year.
Or
now
even
it's like,
well, even if you don't, even if you weren't recruited by OU, but you grew up a diehard OSU fan. Say you grew up and you were watching the Des Bryant and you know what I mean? Like those teams who were really good. You grew up a diehard OSU fan. And you get there as a diehard OSU fan, the one thing you want to do is beat OU.
Yeah.
Now you don't even get a chance. So it's like the whole season is like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Why even go to Oklahoma State?
Yeah, because we're not going to play them. We're not going to play Texas. We're not. I mean, we play Oregon, but we knew they were going to put belt to ass. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
It's wild. It's wild to sit here and be in a period of time where Oklahoma State is the Baylor of the Big 12, like the early 2000s Baylor of the Big 12 that doesn't have Nebraska, Texas A&M, Texas, or Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That is crazy to me.
Yep.
Like, they are getting beaten down like Baylor used to in the prime of the Big 12.
That's
crazy.
If we could build a time machine right now and we go back to 2013, 2014, somewhere like that, and you talk to an OSU fan and say we're an Outlaws hammered and we're talking to OSU fans, we're like, we're from the future. There's a future where OU and Texas join A&M in the SEC and Nebraska doesn't come back. They would be like, who comes in? With Arizona State, Utah? They would be like, oh, we're about to run this shit.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened when it was announced. Everybody was like, oh, because the first year of the new Big 12 was Jalen Warren's last year at Oklahoma State. And that was the year after they went to the Big 12 title.
Yep.
And everybody was like, oh, Oklahoma State's going to win this.
Yep.
And they ripped off.
They were front runners.
2-10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Since
OU,
crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's disgusting.
It's definitely sad. I feel bad for my OSU fans, but fuck them.
I don't, because we're getting to a point now to where OSU fans hate it too. Like, they wanted, when they beat OU that last Bedlam game, they were very much on the like, fuck OU. Yeah, we don't want to play y'all anymore. And then like after the next year, they were kind of like, we miss Bedlam. And then now they're just like, man, fuck. What the fuck? oh, because they loved whenever OU was struggling last year more than anybody. It's like, oh yeah, you guys want to
Well, I
fucking
feel
go to
like
the SEC?
I've always felt like OSU fans pay more attention to OU than OU does. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like I remember a time when anytime OU would lose, I would immediately get messages and Facebook posts talking shit from OSU fans. I'm like, you're not even paying attention to your game.
yeah, you guys are fucking
Like,
getting beat by 50.
yeah, like, dude, get off my timeline, man.
Yeah, bro,
Fuck out of
tackle
here.
Brennan Clay.
I'd say some more hateful shit, but it's pretty controversial. And I was young when I used to say it.
Tackle
There you go.
Brennan Clay, and
There
you
you go.
guys win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way to keep
but
it clean on the show.
anyways, outside of that, is there any? I'm trying to think if there was any other college football games that were big time. I don't think there really was.
No,
I will
Notre
say
Dame
Notre
and
Dame.
Notre Dame and
Yeah.
A&M was a solid game.
Yeah. A&M looked good, man.
Yeah, they do, but fuck them.
I, my last top or point on college football. I feel like this might be the first year in a very, very long time where it is truly wide open across the board. I don't really look and see a dominant team like all three phases of the game anywhere. Like OU looks good. Bama looked like trash week one. They've looked really good since. Georgia was hit and miss.
Yesterday,
Well, Georgia and Tennessee were both hit and miss yesterday. Like they look good, they look bad, they look good, look bad. LSU. I don't know if they're good or bad. I don't know if the opponents they played are good or bad.
Same.
Because
Same.
they've won, but it's both games looked ugly, and I don't know if it's because
Is it a
defenses
not
are really
so
good.
fast thing though? Is it
Yeah.
not so, it's only 2
Yeah.
weeks in, so
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know about LSU.
What about Ohio State?
USC looks
same.
really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Ohio State to me, we'll see.
Yeah,
Because I don't know how good
Michigan?
Texas really is.
Michigan has looked good 2 out of their 3 games.
Yeah.
And the
Arch
only time
Manning
they didn't
looks
look
like
good
shit.
was probably against the best defense they're going to play all year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think Arch Manning needs to slowly like the progression needs to improve by a lot, but I think it's just because we've put so much of a expectation on him already.
I don't know why there was that.
So
I don't know why there was that much of an expectation on him though. Because if he was
last
really
name's
generational,
Manning.
yeah. But if
I
he was
can't
really, if he
Five
was
star.
generational,
I can't wait for
Yeah,
October
right.
11th.
right?
But
But
I
I'm saying
eat his fucking lunch.
if he was really generational, if you're the head coach of Texas, Isaiah, right, and you bring in a freshman, and he's truly generational, and he is what everybody is
Mhm.
telling you that he really is. He's got the
Mhm.
size. He throws a good ball. He's athletic as hell, and he's generational. And you think he's gonna be the consensus #1 pick? Essentially, he's Andrew Luck at Stanford. Are you sitting him
Yeah.
behind Quinn Ewers?
no.
That's
Yeah.
all. He's a. If you look at his high school shit, they weren't very good. He sat behind
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers, not because he
For
wasn't
2
like,
years.
yeah, because he wasn't better than Quinn Ewers. So that
Yeah.
should be the expectation. Yes, his last name is Manning. Treat him like his
Yeah.
name was Arch Smith, and let's just
Yeah.
keep it pushing because
Because I'll tell you one thing.
the product is ass.
I'll tell you one thing. Quinn Ewers might start by week 8
When Tua's
down there in South Beach. But that being said, I feel like that proves your point even more. And if you look at like his high school record, it's just because he is a Manning. I think
That's
that's
it.
just stop it. It's just like
His-
when fucking
his high
Michael
school tape
Jordan's
wasn't
kid,
good.
yeah, just like
Jordan?
when Michael Jordan's son went to USF.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's
Everybody
just
was
because he's Jordan.
yes. The hype
telling you
behind him
guys-
and shit.
Same way
I'm
with
telling
Bronny.
you guys right now,
Yes.
this kid from California, this quarterback from Cal. If Arch Manning doesn't figure his shit out, Texas is going to go after this kid from Cal because he is throwing this shit all over the yard against everybody. Doesn't matter. He is
don't know.
absolutely threatened.
I don't think that they will because I think Arch midway through the season, probably after OU beats him to death, but midway through the season, I think he's going to turn a corner, and it may not be a 4 touchdown a game turn,
Yeah.
but I think he'll hit a rhythm. He'll find a little bit of a groove, and I think I've said it since before the season. I think he will be better next year. I don't think he'll be just the consensus number one, but I think he'll be better next year. I think the game is just moving way too fast for him.
Yeah, I just wonder if I wonder if Sarkeesian's just putting too much on his plate. Like, why not? He's obviously having a hard time like reading, making good throws. So why not turn him into a play action quarterback and
Well, I think
like
they're trying to. He
Yeah.
runs the
turn your
ball
offense more
a
traditional?
bit.
Like line it
Oh
up under
yeah,
center,
yeah.
run your fucking running backs, and run
Uh-oh.
double tight end sets or H backs, whatever the hell you want to call them nowadays.
He
Like
had 9
I don't know,
carries for
simplify the
51
offense.
yards.
They're gonna have to. I
I mean,
think
they
the
ran the ball
fear.
55 times.
Well, yeah,
I
but
mean, it was UTEP,
yeah, I was
but
gonna
they
say,
ran the ball a
but
lot.
I'm curious if
Bro, he
it's
got
they just.
he got outplayed by Malachi Nelson.
I think they're just afraid that if they they'll look like OU last year. I think that's what they're
Yeah.
afraid of. And honestly, the trajectory of what they're at right now, what people are worried about, that's almost the exact same things that was coming out of Norman last year with Jackson Arnold. So
Yeah, and that's why I asked you after the first week, is it possible that the quarterback class we thought was generational? Is it
Kind of
possible
I,
that
S.
is it
I'll say
possible that they're
this.
fucking horrible?
Yeah, I
Because
honestly,
Are they kind of S?
I think we're
I
just
think
in a
the
world now where everybody just calls fucking everything generational just to because they're
Yeah.
already they were calling the quarterback class for like remember when the Cam Ward and all that shit was happening when they were getting ready, everyone like the thought process is if you need a quarterback and you can't get Cam Ward, you pass until next year because next year's class is going to be generational. And it's like based on what? Now you look at it and obviously
Yeah.
we're 3 weeks in and you're
Yeah.
like this is generational. No,
Yeah.
just shut the fuck up.
I mean, if you
Well,
look at
and
it,
then I wonder like how much of this poor quarterback play is the blame to fall on transfer portal? I mean,
all of
you're
it,
seeing a lot. You're seeing a lot of freshman, sophomore quarterbacks. Where back in the day, when you had decent quarterback play, you saw a lot more junior and senior quarterbacks. People have been in this system for a while, and it's not just the NIL or not the NIL. I'm sorry, it's not just the transfer portal, but it's also the coaching. Like coaches just bouncing all around. You get recruited by a coach, and then he leaves, and you're going through all these different systems. It's. I wonder
you
how
would
much
at
of it's
least
not
have
necessarily a talent.
That's crazy
you would
because
at
Arch
least
has none of
have
those
red
excuses.
shirt.
Yeah.
You would at least have red shirt sophomores starting, and they would stay for at least 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
they're a red shirt sophomore and they ball out year one, they're gone.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
There's too much incentivization in the money that they could be making with NIL now versus like respectfully, he did play in the league for Marlon's team, but Landry Jones started several years at OU as it. He was
Or
Came in
redshirt.
as a
basically three
freshman.
and a half, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
No,
Sammy
was
got
he
hurt.
redshirted? I thought he was true freshman. No.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Even
it
Sam,
was. I
even
said three and a
Sam
half
started
because he
2 years.
started his
Yeah,
freshman
Yeah.
year because Sam got hurt.
yeah.
A
Yeah.
little
Even
AC joint.
Sam,
Yeah,
Sam started 2 years. Like Baker started 2 years. Like
Yeah.
Baker started
And
and
three,
then
Sam
didn't he?
and Sam
was
actually
it three?
Sam
Oh, was it
actually
three? Okay.
Sam
Yeah,
actually came back and tried to start his year 3
yeah, and then
as a
he
redshirt
the AC,
junior.
yeah, AC
He
joint.
Yeah.
honestly could have won out his sophomore year as number one pick
Yes,
after he won
Yeah.
the Heisman,
yeah,
but he came back because he
Andrew
wanted to win the
Luck,
fucking natty.
RG3. They're
Yeah.
playing 2 to 3 years at least. Cam Ward transferred 3 times. 1 year film in Miami. Number
Yeah.
one overall quarterback. Shador, highly touted, transfer.
Dylan
Look
Gabriel
at
transferred
the
what twice?
twice. Look at the
That's just
going
bro. That's
game.
the
There's not.
yeah,
Say Gabriel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was at
USF, OU,
Yeah.
Oregon.
Well, if you want to be technical, 3 times because he did transfer to UCLA and then to OU.
yeah, yeah.
Or
That is
no,
a fact.
or no, he didn't actually transfer. He committed to UCLA
Yes, and then came then
yeah,
yeah,
decommitted. Yeah.
You're
My
looking
bad.
at the going theme of. I mean, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's you can't keep up with where these guys are going or where they're at.
Yeah.
Or what they look like in a certain style of offense because it's changing year after year for them.
So yes,
Right
but
now,
I don't think that that's what has to play within all the bad quarterback play. I just think these guys
No.
fucking suck.
they're not as good. They're just not good.
I just think I think it's because of social media. It's so much easier to put out highlight tapes and trick people into thinking you're that guy. And then when you
Yeah.
get out in front of
Well, and then
people
it's
and you play, you get exposed. And then you're like, oh, I need to transfer to fucking SMU to get
well, and then
away
it's
from this.
Yeah.
like, and I
Malachi
feel like
Nelson balled out at UTEP.
no, I feel like it. OU knows all about this with Riley Hiles, but these people that go to camps and generate these stars, I mean, it's just money.
Yes.
You pay to go to these fucking camps to
Camps
get
and get your
exposure,
name out.
and
Yep.
yeah,
It's
like
just you
it's
have
not
more money.
necessarily. Yeah, you're paying to go to these things, and that's how you're getting your exposure and your damn stars. So,
Yep.
you know, I can't tell you how many times OU's gotten a fucking 5-star we were like excited about, and he was absolute dog shit. But then we got fucking walk-ons like Owen Heineke out here balling. I'm like,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
like
That's the
Sam fucking
stuff.
Bradford was a 3-star
Yeah.
right here in Oklahoma City, bro.
Yeah. Baker
One of the
walked
best
on
quarterbacks
here.
ever.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Baker
And
did
Baker's
get
one of the
his
greatest
scholarship.
college quarterbacks in history.
Yeah, that's
Like,
I think
it's that. It's
I think
the
it's depends on region too. So if you're looking at a guy that's like a 3 or 4, maybe even a 5 from California, looks very different if they're in Texas or in Oklahoma.
yeah,
More so Oklahoma than Texas, because if you get a 5-star out of Texas, they're paying to go to those camps. In California, they're paying to go to those camps, or Nevada, like basically where Bob was recruiting from for a long
that
time.
pipeline, yeah.
That if you got a 5-star out of there, I mean, and some of them panned out. Obviously, Joe Mixon, he had to wait a little bit. DeMarco, like Brendan Clay, you can name
That
several running
young
backs like
Kenny Stills.
that
He's a
young
wide
Kenny
receiver,
Stills.
yeah,
but
Yeah,
yeah,
there's several that worked out, but there's also like the Buki case from
yeah.
California, highly touted, paying to go to those camps, and I think you're starting to see the regression of like how bad kids want to be successful at the next level.
let me cook this shit. This is my last thought on let me cook it. It's going back to social media. It's harder for coaches to actually recruit because there's way more tape that they have to go through and watch because everybody can send shit in now. Back in the day,
Yeah.
you actually had to be that before your coach would actually send your tape out. It's essentially like that's why there's so much horrible music in the world now because I can flip this shit off and get on an instrumental and throw some of the worst shit down ever and just throw it on SoundCloud and it's on SoundCloud. So it's like there's so much more that it's so much harder to get to the diamonds and
Yeah.
you just get tricked.
Well, it's just like clickbait
Yeah.
and media. Like,
Yes.
people put out shit with headlines just
Yep.
to get you to click on it so that they can get a view.
Yes.
Yeah,
And that's
it's compare. Yeah, I get
yes.
what you're saying.
I think
I mean, that makes sense though.
yeah, because coaches are like
Saturation.
But that's why,
stats are
like,
smaller.
when I see OU and everybody freaks out about their recruiting class rankings, and yeah, sometimes to a degree that matters, but I get a lot more fired up when they get somebody from Oklahoma, from the city metro, or from Tulsa. They snag somebody from Tulsa so that Arkansas don't get them. I get more fired up about those kids than I do about somebody out of California.
yes, because
You know,
it's so
and there is a single pipeline in Nevada that where DeMarco's from. And we get a lot of good kids from there. So when we get somebody out of Nevada, I get a little bit fired up about it. But most of the time, man, I want blue collar kids from Oklahoma that are passionate about the program.
Lunch pail
That
kind of kids. Okay.
yeah,
Hard hat.
or even North Texas, like
Yeah.
North and
Does the
West
little
Texas.
things.
Like those kids usually pan out pretty well.
Denton,
But-
Dallas,
Yeah,
McKinney,
Yes.
those types of areas.
Well, it's
That's
that
really
it's
competitive.
that because Cali is so
5A
big.
ball.
Well, Cali is so big; it has a lot of players, so it's easier to get tricked. But
like I don't feel like we've done real well outside of Jaden Jackson and David Stone from IMG. Like,
Yeah.
we keep pulling kids from there, and I don't ever see them hit the field. Like Makari Vickers, I think, is from IMG, or he's down from Florida somewhere. And I was really excited about him. I don't ever see him on the field, so that tells me he's maybe not that good. That he got his recruiting points from money. So
Yep.
I don't know. I like the homegrown kids that we can bring in and develop. But
I also think it's based on position. But fellas, let's finish her out.
yeah,
Let's talk
Do it.
about our favorite tag teams in WWE history.
are we talking about tag teams or factions or both?
Let's do whatever.
Are we talking about team? Hell yes.
Hell,
team?
If you want them to be in there, bro, you can say it. Because I mean, I'm surprised you didn't say what. Oh my God, they weren't called the intellectual savior of the masses, were they? What was the name of
No,
Cody Rhodes when
No.
Cody
Cody
Rhodes
Rhodes and Damian
and
Sandow.
yeah,
Oh
I
my
forgot the
God.
name what they went
Hold
by,
on,
but
I'm about to look this
it
shit up
was
right now.
Yeah,
it was some good
that was a good
shit.
faction. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously
Oh, hey,
the
real quick before we get into that, just an FYI, Oklahoma's number 4 total defense right now in the
Hell
NCAA
yeah.
after
Good
3 games.
shit.
okay.
Good
Yeah.
shit.
Anyways, go ahead. Back
As,
to WWE.
obviously the Dudleys, the Hardys. I mean, if they're not even a part of your list,
I'd
unsubscribe now.
I'd
Just
say
kidding. Just
those.
kidding. We need subscriptions.
Well, yeah, for real. I think tag teams that have to be in people.
Oh, Team Road Scholars.
There we go. There
Team
we go.
Road
Yes, and
Scholars.
that's
Okay.
a good ass name. I'm not even gonna lie, but
Silence.
yeah, but I think teams from like the different eras that have to be included. So I think the Road Warriors they have to be included.
Yeah.
Obviously the Hardys, the Dudleys. I'd say Edge and Christian. Me personally, I would say the Usos. I'd say the Steiners. Um, Harlem Heat.
Harlem Heat.
And I mean, as long as there's a combination of those, maybe even Los Guerreros.
You bastard! You stole mine.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think these should be in like everybody's favorite tag team group, but like with the mixture of factions on top of it, bro, you got to
Yeah.
throw NWO, DX,
Yeah.
Evolution, the Bloodline.
The
Give
Bloodline.
me.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of old
The
ones.
Shield.
Yeah, yeah. There's an old one from way back in like the late '80s, early '90s WCW. Fuck, I forgot what they were called, but it was like Paul Heyman he led it. The Dangerous Alliance.
Oh,
Paul Heyman with
you
long hair
got
before he started ECW ran it. He had like stunning Steve Austin. He had mean Mark Calloway. He had a bunch of dogs that would end up going to WWE and be like Stone Cold, The Undertaker, etc. So I throw some of them in the Hart Foundation. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
do
I
you
want to talk about
count
it.
was it the were they called the Party Rockers or
Oh, the
the
Rockers. You talking about
yeah, the
Shawn Michaels
Rockers?
and
Yeah.
Marty
The Marty
Jannetty?
Jannetty?
Yeah, I
Yeah. I mean, you put them in there?
I wouldn't just because I think Marty Jannetty was ass. But I think they revolutionized tag team wrestling. Yes, because before it was just muscles, and then they had
Yeah. They actually
yeah
were high flyers. They
yeah
used
they
a
had
lot of athleticism.
they were some of the first tag teams that had like combination moves.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, Cameron, what you got?
Okay, so listen, man. You can't throw tag teams out there without including Eminem. My opinion.
oh
They were
yeah, I
pretty
forgot about
solid,
them.
and they had
Yeah,
Melina, bro.
yeah,
My
yeah,
God.
yeah.
So,
That's top 10
uh,
entrance of all time.
bro, and Eminem is literally like probably top 2 or 3 most gruesome injuries I've ever seen in
Yes.
WWE.
Yeah.
When
Was
was
that
it
Joey
Mercury,
Murphy?
right?
Yeah. When the
Yeah,
ladder hit him in the
got his
that,
face smashed by the ladder,
yeah.
bro.
And they
Ow,
showed it on the next night on Raw. They showed it like 50 times. They didn't blur
man.
shit out, and you could see the act
Yeah,
like the puddle of blood on the ground. It was
bro.
gross.
That and fucking Hardcore Holly's slash at
Yeah.
ECW when he God
Yeah.
When he
dog
got
man,
put
that
through
thing
the
was
table.
brutal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he
Ow.
finished the match. Nah, you would have to take me to the hospital on the spot.
Yeah, no,
Crazy.
we're not. Yeah, no.
I'm
But yeah, Eminem. I liked Eminem. I liked the feud they had with Batista and Eddie Guerrero and Batista and Ray after Eddie Guerrero died. Like those little rivalries made Eminem entertaining to me.
Yeah.
Now I felt like Johnny Nitro I felt like he deserved a bigger push than he ever got because I thought he was that I thought he was that damn good.
He
Um,
was.
Los Guerreros. Listen, man, any tag team with Eddie Guerrero, anything WWE with Eddie Guerrero was entertaining. Like, but Los Guerreros was a fun tag team to watch year in and year out, especially when they hit their peak on SmackDown when the brand split between Raw and SmackDown. That was a fun team. Obviously, the Dudley Boys, my all-time favorite tag team, especially Spike, man, bless his heart. Evolution, It's probably my favorite faction ever.
Evolution's mystery.
Man, that's my favorite version of Randy Orton was born in Evolution.
Oh
man.
yeah, easily.
Dude.
Everybody always talks about that 09 skinhead looking
Yeah.
Randy Orton. No, the legend killer Randy Orton in
Bro.
Evolution.
By far, yeah.
Peak.
best
Top two.
version of Randy Orton ever.
Because he was a cocky asshole. He came
Yep.
just to hit the pose.
Oh.
He didn't give a shit. Yeah.
Spitting in Legends
Spitting in
face,
people.
kicking him in the face. Like that version of Randy Orton was all time.
Yeah.
The Bloodline, that faction carried wrestling through, I would say brought it out of the pandemic and carried it for the next 4 years.
Yep.
And at one point, I think they were arguably had probably the hottest run of any faction, maybe besides Evolution, period. I mean, the Usos had both tag team belts. Roman Reigns was the undisputed champion, had 2 belts. I mean, Paul Heyman did some of his best work in the Bloodline. They even resurrected Sami Zayn. Like, you know, I mean, that Sami Zayn was fixing to start looking for a job.
Yeah.
And then he joined the Bloodline. So, and now he's I would argue he's one of the most popular superstars in WWE right now.
Yeah.
I don't think they know what to do with him, but I do think with the crowd, he's one of the most over stars.
Yeah, and he was about to get in that unemployment line, and they were like, "We don't know what to do with him. Throw him with the Bloodline."
Best thing he ever did was grow that beard out and grow his hair out and join the Bloodline.
Yeah.
And become Sammy Uso, baby.
Yeah.
The Hardy Boys, obviously, in DX, man. You can't talk about tag teams and not throw DX. And I don't care what version of DX. It could be like old head Triple H and Shawn Michaels. That was a good run. It could be Mr. Ass and Road Dogg.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
and X-Pac. Yeah.
X-Pac. I mean, any version of DX, like OG DX with when Shawn's first run with them, like it could be any version of DX. They were awesome.
It all hit. Hornswoggle.
Yeah. Bro. Hornswoggle DX, man. Anyway, so yeah, those are probably my favorites out there of all time.
Isaiah, you got any more? Because the only other one that I would list is, and it wasn't a long run, but and as soon as I say it, you'll agree. But Booker T and Goldust.
How could I leave? Oh man, see, I'm pissed.
It wasn't King Booker, Isaiah. It's pre-King Booker, so you ain't got to worry about it.
This was when Booker T was still, you know,
Booker T, bro.
Like, brother. Yeah.
Like, and this is Goldust as
he did not just
So he would be like, "Oh, Booker,
cornbread, damn it, cornbread,
gravy."
That was my favorite. One of my all-time favorite skits is when he said, "Cornbread, damn it, cornbread." Oh shit.
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead, Isaiah.
Definitely team. I said hell yes. It's hell no. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Crazy good run. I think I'm not putting the New Day. It just went for too long. It just got stale. And honestly, Xavier Woods, never really wrestled. So they're not really a faction. Like, he barely did in-ring work. It was all Big E and Kofi. And then
RIP to Big E's neck.
That's probably why Xavier Woods is the only one that in that whole faction that hasn't held a singles title.
Yeah.
And both the other two were at one point world champions. So.
Yeah.
But he did make sex tape with Sarai, so
that is a fact, actually.
I'm not getting into any of that.
Hey, it was a fact though. And then it got flipped into a bar that the Usos used against him.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, that was pretty solid. Oh man, speaking of that, sorry Isaiah, I'll let you finish in a minute. Did you watch Raw this last week?
I did not. I don't think.
Oh my God, Jey Uso had one of the funnier one-liners that I've heard in a while. They were talking about Paul Heyman, listing off all of his nicknames. It was him and Jimmy in the ring talking to.
Braun and Bronson. Yeah. I see
he said the Oracle.
Yeah.
And Jay said, "You look like one."
Yeah. I'm actually. I guess they watched the podcast because I did say that I wish they would put the Usos back together. But Isaiah, who else? Go ahead, fam.
I mean, I think you listed all the ones that I was gonna list. I mean, outside of Team Hell No, like I said, I don't like the New Day. You listed the Road, you listed the Road Warriors. I think, no,
What
man, I think you
about the
got it covered.
mega powers? The mega powers.
You're talking about Team Woo, yeah, back in the
What
day.
about the mega powers? The Macho Man Randy Savage and the Hulkster.
He's absolutely not. I will never.
Now they never tagged, bro. They were just uh, like they watched each other's
Cool with each
backs.
other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until they weren't, and then
Yeah.
yeah. But
No, he
um,
doesn't deserve to be listed in the same category
that's the
as Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Madness.
Rock
Brothers of
and Sock
Destruction.
Connection deserves
Yes.
some love too because they had
Rock
some
and-
iconic moments.
Yes, Rock and Sock and the Brothers of Destruction both.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
That was one of the biggest. I can't think of the term I'm trying to think of, but when I grew up and realized they weren't really brothers, devastated. I was devastated.
yeah,
I really believed that for so long.
I did too because they were both like similar height, and then
Yeah.
even when Kane took his mask off, I was like, I can see it.
They kind of look
like,
the same.
Yeah, like similar-ish. It wasn't until they got older that I was like, oh, yeah, they're definitely
no.
not. And then Taker was like, yeah, it's not my fucking brother, but yeah.
What
But-
about Big Cass and Enzo and Amore?
Oh,
Why are
dude,
they
I-
not?
I did like that small run until I realized that Enzo couldn't wrestle, and I was like,
How you
he
doing?
can
was
talk
on
his
Big
ass
Cass.
off. Yeah, he can talk his ass off.
What
Um,
about who's Scotty Too Hottie with? Rikishi?
Oh,
it was Scotty
cool.
Tuhati, Rikishi, and
Grandmaster Sex
yeah.
Egg.
Grandmaster Sexay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, too cool.
Too
They need
cool.
to
And
be
they
put
had
on the
they had
list.
some pretty iconic moments, especially
Yeah.
like in the Royal Rumbles and stuff.
Yep.
They were pretty solid.
Yeah.
How about the
It was a
Spirit
run.
Squad, fellas? How about the Spirit
Hey, I fuck with them.
Squad? Dolph
They're the
Ziggler
reason-
came from that shit.
Yeah, and
Goddamn.
they're the reason DX.
There was like 98 of them.
The Wolfpack.
Oh yeah, hey, you can't leave out the Wolfpack, man.
Yeah,
So many
NWO.
great current superstars came from that. Or no, that's no. What
You're thinking of You're thinking
Nexus.
of oh my
no,
god.
not Nexus. He knows what I'm talking about. Like Finn Balor came from that. AJ Styles came from that.
Oh my god.
There's a bunch of them.
Hold on.
I don't know why I can't. And I don't know why. As soon as you said Wolfpack, I immediately
The
went to
Bullet
that.
Club.
I know that Bullet Club, yeah. And Balor changed it to the
Yeah.
Balor Club when he came
Yeah.
to WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
Lame
yeah.
ass. But all right, fellas, we can go ahead and wrap her up for another week. What do y'all got to leave the people listening with?
Bud Crawford is the best boxer in our generation. I'll leave it at that.
He beat Canelo's
He beat the
ass.
butts off that day.
It was a quiet
I was
night over
in
in
and
the-
out of sleep.
It
I
was a
in and out of
quiet
sleep.
night. It was a quiet night in the Lewis household last night.
Hey, speaking of fighting,
You're muted, Si.
Yeah,
We have no
can't
idea
hear
what the fuck you're saying.
you. Take your time. Go back.
All right, try it again. Try it again.
Am I
Just
back?
talk.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what the
okay.
hell just happened. My mic spazzed out. Anyways,
Yeah, it turned.
did you guys see Herb? Did you guys see Herb being let somebody die last night?
Bruh.
No, bro. I
He's
didn't.
been
I
letting
didn't watch
people-
any UFC. I feel
Yeah, I didn't either.
terrible
I seen
for not
some
watching
of the
it.
highlights. But Herb is
Which one
he's-
was it?
Herb
People
may
let
be on his
people
way out.
die.
Yeah.
Bro.
No, who's
And
the
then
guy
he's
that
like,
almost
who-
died?
Who was the referee that Dana White hates now because he kept saying I was trying to give him a chance to defend himself? Is that Mark
Mario
Ruiata?
Yamasaki.
Yamasaki.
Yamasaki. Yeah, that's
Not
what Herb
in
Dean's
the
turning
UFC.
into.
That. Yeah. Protect yourself. Protect yourself.
That's
Fight back,
literally what
fight
Herb
back.
Dean is turning into, man.
Oh,
Fight back.
Herb let Bobby Green get beat into and out of consciousness. And the announcer was like, DC was like, he's out. He's out.
He said he's got to call this fight. He's
Yeah.
got to. Why aren't they stopping it?
He was out when he hit the ground. And then Jalen Turner jumped on his back and then just started, like, he punched him and you could tell he was out. And he punched him back
Yeah.
awake. And then Bobby did start trying to protect his face. And then he punched him a couple more times and then he went back limp.
Went limp again.
Well, and he's also like when fighters have ground control, and they're being active. They're not just laying on top. They're being active. He'll still make them stand up.
Yeah.
He's
Herb
like,
be
no,
like,
y'all ain't whooping each other's ass enough. Stand up.
His
Like,
Herb is either letting people just get beaten to oblivion or he's stopping a fight way too fast. Where dude gets hit a couple times,
It gets
maybe
mad.
they stumble back, and then he's like, nope, fight's over, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yo,
Let
what
me
the
go to
fuck?
sleep.
Yeah, let me do it all by myself. No, Mark Goddard's the best, I think.
Yeah, I like
No,
Goddard
yeah,
and
John Goddard. I
it's
can't remember his name.
Mark Goddard, and then Beltran. Beltran. I like Beltran.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, he's got
The
the
long,
long.
yeah. He hasn't done a lot. I haven't watched a lot of
I
UFC
know.
lately. Like the last card I
I
watched was
know.
when we were at the homie's house. But yeah, everybody listening, I appreciate y'all giving us a listen. I've gotten great feedback. I appreciate y'all for watching us on YouTube as well, leaving comments. Leave some more comments, talk some shit, tell us what you want to hear. But yeah,
Yeah.
Canelo needs to retire.
I second what Marlon said, man. And anybody listen to this, y'all got topics y'all want us to talk about, man? Drop them in the comments, man.
We'll do it.
We can mix it up, man. We can talk about anything. Shit, I don't care.
yeah, we can talk
Comment on this shit, damn
cornbread.
it. Yeah, cornbread, damn it, cornbread. Let's talk about cornbread.
Yeah, hey, but all right, man. We'll be back next week. Hopefully the Steelers don't get the shit kicked out of them next week. We'll be back. Peace. Oh shit! I hit the wrong button.